it's not laziness and it's definitely not a character flaw. ADHD is mainly about dopamine regulation. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation, reward, and basically a follow-through to make sure you don't only start something but you also finish it. And so when something is new or urgent, like the Christmas ornaments, dopamine spikes. That's why I could design them, make them, and finish them so fast. But once the novelty wears off, dopamine drops. And when dopamine drops, the brain basically struggles to initiate tasks, prioritize, and complete the boring but pretty necessary steps like editing videos, taking photos, listing products. And another thing that happens is executive function. You know, that's the part of the brain that's responsible for planning, prioritizing, basically finishing tasks. So basically, instead of doing step A, B, C, D, the brain suddenly sees everything at once and gets overwhelmed. And that's why we often start overthinking. We become paralyzed to make decisions, and our nervous system goes into avoidance mode. Ooh. And avoidance doesn't always look like doing nothing. Sometimes it does. But it often looks like researching, reorganizing, shopping for supplies, or basically just doing something that feels productive, but actually avoids the emotionally uncomfortable task, like facing possible failure, guilt, and disappointment. Out of sight usually means out of mind with ADHD. Let's face it. If something isn't visually present, the brain stops holding it in working memory. So once the ornaments were covered and not in my direct view, they basically disappeared from my brain, from my life. And finally, there is the emotional side of ADHD: rejection sensitivity and shame. When I realized it was getting late and I should have already done it, the guilt became so uncomfortable that my brain was trying to protect me. Freeze, avoid, do not look at it. So yeah, I don't think this was a lack of ambition. It was just a very real ADHD brain doing what ADHD brains do the best: under low dopamine, a bit of overwhelm, and emotional pressure. If my story resonated with you, please let me know in the comments